Okay, we'll start by looking back on last weekend then. 3 red cards, a 3-0 loss at Dunfermline. What are your thoughts on the whole thing now that the dust has settled?
Well, to be honest, football-wise, the first half was pretty decent as far as we lost a player after 15 minutes, and we came to grips with that pretty quickly, and we were coping okay, and the longer the half was going on, we were starting to creep into the game. We played some decent stuff, and generally, I think if we'd have kept it to 10 men, we would have been hard to beat. But obviously, the madness that ensued just before half time was all too much for us, and ended up the second half was just a farcical situation.
Yeah, and 3 men sent off. Is that a bit harsh in your opinion?
I think when you look at a football game and you can look and say, oh dear, they must have been a team of cloggers, or they must have been really dirty. We committed 9 fouls in the whole game. We get 3 players sent off, 3 players yellow carded, and for conceding 9 fouls, I can think of 2 of them I thought were shocking decisions, so probably should have been less than 9. So, taking each decision in merit, I thought Jamie Redmond's was a yellow card, possibly. Obviously we've looked over this a lot of times, and when it gets to the point of impact with Jamie's foot's on the ground and no high as he was accused of being, and the player involved for Dunfermline, although a good player, he's notorious for his simulation, and I think we counted 4 or 5 rolls when he was on the ground, which is unusual for a player in Scotland. The second one for Stephen Noble, he does take the ball, but because he's come in a wee bit off the ground with 1 foot, I don't think it's debatable. But again, if you want to watch it, the referee's first thing he does is give a goal kick, and then he reacted to the noise of the crowd and the player jumping again. And for being the same player, it's a miracle really that with the 2 assault tackles that was meant to have been made on him, that he stayed in the park. So Dunfermline must have a terrific physio. And Jordan Brown's, we have appealed because we just feel as though that was a joke decision. Jordan has actually been stamped on and pushed the guy in the chest to get him away. And the referee's report has said that Jordan struck the player in the face in a violent manner in front of him, and he clearly doesn't strike him in the face. So we're hopeful that we can get that overturned, but we don't know as yet.
Yeah, well, looking ahead at home to Ayr on Saturday, by the looks of things, a difficult one, but it should be a good open game, you would think.
It will be. Although we are losing these 3 players, or possibly 2 for definite, and hopefully the common sense prevails with Jordan, we can get him back in, but Jamie Stevenson will be back. Mark Miller should play, although he's not quite ready yet, but we'll need him. And we look as though we've signed Nicky Riley on loan for Dundee, so he'll be a player that will come in and do well for us, although needing some game time and all. But initially he'll come in and he'll improve us. So although we're missing bodies, we're still looking to strengthen the side, and there'll be a lot of good players on show on Saturday. So hopefully we can get positive again. There's been too much negativity about that's the problem that you get with these red cards, and people look at the worst case scenario and say different things about the team, but I don't think that's the case, and it's important that we get back to playing again, and we start winning football matches, and with the players we've got, we're well capable of doing that.
Yeah, is it a deal till the end of the season for Nicky, is it?
No, at the minute. It's just a month at the minute. Nicky is in the process. He kind of going part-time. I think he's going to go to college. So, this gives us a wee bit of time for him to try and sort things out. And then, obviously, we would be looking to take him as long as we can get him, because, as I say, for our level, he's a quality player.
Yeah, what do you see him bringing to the plate?
He just improves. For me, I had Nicky as a young player at Celtic, and sometimes I played him as a striker. You can obviously play him as a winger player, because he's good at running at people and he's got good pace, low centre of gravity. But I also like him as a striker because he links the game up. He's not an out-and-out goal scorer, but he's certainly a player. If you play him up front, he'll hold the ball up for you and he'll link the play up. So, I'm really delighted that we've got him, and I'm sure the fans will enjoy seeing him.
Yeah, it's a very tight league. Peterhead down in 7th, but it's a very tight league, and a win against Ayr on Saturday, and you're right back up in the mix again, aren't you?
And I think watching, looking at Dunfermline last Saturday, and they're the hot favourites, obviously, to go up. And although they're a good side, they weren't a million miles away from you, if you know what I mean. So you've got to look at the positives. I mean, we went there and a bizarre game, played a lot of the game with 10 men in the first half, and we were doing okay. And even a ridiculous state of the second half. I mean, for us only to lose 3-0 was a great credit to the players that were on the pitch.
And what's the rest of the team news, Jim?
Well, I think Jamie Stevenson will be back, Mark Millen will be back, Nicky Riley hopefully in. Fraser McLaren, I'm not so sure about. He's having problems with his hamstring again, and Andy Rodgers will be touch and go, but hopefully we can get Andy back in.